Good evening, Charger family. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, guten Morgen, guten Abend, guten Tag. I hope you're having an amazing day. This is Mrs. Boyd. This is Mrs. Boyd's Math Room. Thanks for tuning in today when we talk about graphing in slope-intercept form. You're going to love it. First, we need to talk about a few need to knows about what our equation looks like. Y equals mx plus b is called slope-intercept form, and here's the y. You'll notice an x and a y. Well, those are really xy, or a point on the line that we're talking about. B is our y-intercept. Or 0, b. When x is 0, y is b. It's where we're going to start for graphing. It's our starting point. M is our slope. It is always slope. We can also remember that M is rise over run. It is the change in y over the change in x, or it is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 when we're given x1, y1, x2, y2. So y equals mx plus b is very short and sweet, but it tells us so much about what we need to know to graph our line. If we're given the slope and the y-intercept, it's really easy for us to graph a line. So let's do just that. If our y-intercept is 1, we're going to always start with b if we're given b. If b equals 1, that means we're going to start at a y-intercept of 1. First, we're going to look on the y-axis and find whatever b is equal to. Now from here, we can use the slope to find our next points. If the slope is 2, that means we go up 2 and right 1, because the slope is 2 over 1. Up 2, right 1. We can go up 2 more and right 1 more as well. But you're thinking, what about these points that could be plotted over here? Well, let's see what we can do about that. 2 over 1 is the same fraction as negative 2 over negative 1. So let's remember that a positive slope on top and a positive on the bottom is up and right. But if we have a negative over a negative, which is the same thing as positive over positive, negative over negative is down and left. So now, instead of up to right 1, we'll go down to left 1. Down to left 1, down to left 1. So you can really easily see where our line is, and all we need to do is connect the dots to see what our line looks like. Please remember that you need to have arrows at the ends of your line because they do continue to infinity in both directions. Let's look at the next one. When the slope or the y-intercept is 0. So our y-intercept is negative 4 in this case. So let's go down to 4. Down to negative 4, I should have said. I'm sorry about that. If we were to write this in an equation, it would look like y equals mx plus b plus minus 4, I meant to say. Well, 0x is just 0, so y equals negative 4. If you'll remember, this looks like no matter what x is, y is always negative 4. So we can plug in any 3 numbers for x and figure out what y is. So negative 1, 0, and 1 are all going to be y is negative 4. And there that is. 0 slope is a horizontal line. If we want to rearrange what our form looks like, if we're given 2x plus y equals 3, this form has a name. We call it ax plus by equals c. This is standard form. We can rearrange and put it in slope-intercept form. We just need to get y alone. So we can subtract that 2x from each side and get y equals negative 2x plus 3. Well, we start with our y-intercept, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. And our slope is negative 2. Well, that's either negative 2 over 1 or down 2, right 1, or 2 over negative 1, up 2, left 1. Either one of those or both. So first we can go down 2, right 1 a couple times. And we can also go up 2 and left 1. And that's what our line looks like. Now, this one's a little tougher. I'm going to give you the graph, and we have to find the equation. Well, the first part is easy to find. B, our y-intercept is right here. This line crosses our graph at b equals 2. Now we need to find the slope. Oh, worst eraser ever. Here we go. So we go, if I want to get from this point to this one, I need to know how many up and down and how many right and left we go. So I'm going to go up 1. So that means our slope is 1 over right 1, 2. 1 over 2. So now I can write the equation y equals slope times x plus y-intercept. We've totally done it. Hooray! Onward and upward. Now we're going to get a little bit more exciting. I want you to write the equation and the graph, and then graph it. So we need the equation in slope-intercept form. All right, so we've got y equals slope times x minus 3, in this case, plus b. Y-intercept is negative 3, so we get down 3. And our slope's going to be up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. Or down 1, left 2. Very nice. And onward. Y equals mx plus b. Y-intercept is positive 2. Slope is negative 3/4. Remember, that can be negative 3 over 4 or 3 over negative 4. They'll be on the same line. So 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 4 right. Or 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Oh, my line is not very good. Sorry about that. Y equals negative 2x plus b. That's just y equals negative 2x. That means our y-intercept is at the origin. And our slope is negative 2. So negative 2 over 1 or 2 over negative 1. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Or up 2, left 1. These might look familiar from the front side. Y equals 0x plus 3. That is just y equals 3. Remember, no matter what x is, y is always 3 in this case. So we go up to 3 on the y-axis, and it's a horizontal line. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting fun. We have to rearrange. Let's get y alone. Negative, subtract 2x from each side. And we've got 3y equals negative 2x plus 6. And then we have to divide by 3. So this is y equals negative 2/3 x plus 6 divided by 3 is 2. So up 2 for the y-intercept. And then the slope's negative 2/3. So we can go down 2, right 3, or up 2, left 3. Rearrange one more here, kids. Subtract 5x from each side. I get negative 4y equals negative 5x plus 8. Well, you got to divide by that negative 4. That gives us y equals 5/4x minus 2. To graph, we go down to y-intercept is negative 2, and the slope's 5/4. So up 5, right 4. I can't go down 5, right 4. So those 2 points are left, down 5, left 4, are going to have to do it. Now, at the very end, we're going to write some equations for some lines. First, we need to know the y-intercept. B in this case is 1. Now we need the slope. We start here to get to our next crossing point there. We go up 1, right 2. So y equals 1/2 x plus 1. Next, y-intercept is at negative 1, so b equals negative 1. To get from here to here, we go down 1, right 1. So y equals negative 1x minus 1. We can simplify and just y equals negative x minus 1. Very last one, our y-intercept here is negative 1, 2, 3. And we need to get the slope to over here. So slope is down 1 over right 2. Y equals negative 1/2 x minus 3. Look at that. You just wrote a bunch of equations. I hope this makes a whole bunch of sense to you. Please let me know if you need any help, and I'll see you very, very soon.